the city assumes all the liability, and again, the 1906 agreement is no longer in place.
If
Are there
CN
other
were
options
prepared,
rather than driving down the center of the bridge?
Really, there's the two. Is maintain the two cantilevered lanes on the outside, which were originally built for that, with some feasible, engineering solution to rehabilitate it, whatever. But again, we don't have access to the information to understand what that required. The only other option would be to do perhaps some type of a combination, or use one or that. But what Fort William First Nation want, again, is unimpeded access. And I think our community, obviously they want to drive and continue driving like they had. But to your point, Dennis, the options are pretty limited because you have a center corridor and you have the two on either side.
CN is saying that there's a, sorry, Mayor.
There is a long-term solution as well, and that would be a new vehicular and pedestrian bridge, which would probably cost $25 to $30 million. So, we're going to always explore that option, but I would want the federal government to probably pay for that, and we'd have to work closely with Fort William First Nation. But that has always been one of the long-term goals, and we discussed this when Chief Collins was the chief of Fort William First Nation.
If CN had agreed to pay the full cost, would you be willing to accept their proposal that you share the rail deck? They say that's the only safe option. Was that, or was that also?
I go back to what I said. The key condition is the 1906 agreement. Where are we with that? So.
How do you see the relationship with Fort William moving ahead? Is this now a City of Thunder Bay file rather than you guys were meeting at the same time previously, and now if you're looking at legal matters?
You know what, it's always been a Thunder Bay file because the agreement was between Thunder Bay and CN. It wasn't with Fort William First Nation and CN or Fort William First Nation and the City of Thunder Bay, and they recognize that they're a party to this because they're affected by it, very adversely affected by it. But when it comes down to any decisions by council, the chief was quite aware. We kept her apprised, and she appreciates that it's our file.